What's up, Facebook? Friends Loves 93. How you doing? This is Kenyatta here with a live sex chat. Kenyatta's Chronicles, and I'm going to sit here for a couple minutes and wait for some people to start tuning in. See one person so far. A few people. Let me know who's here. I hope you guys are surviving this freaking heat. I mean, even if I have the air on, I'm still sweating. It's crazy. Me and my son were making water bags, or not water bags, ice bags, and putting them on our head. 93s, Richard. Trying to stay cool. I tell you, it is ridiculous. So I hope you guys are surviving and staying indoors as much as possible. Feel free to get relaxed. Grab yourself a drink or whatever you do to relax. I want to say thanks for tuning in last week and the messages I received afterwards. Thank you so much. I would love to come to Texas. I've been to Texas. I love Texas. I have friends there. Dear, dear friends there. All right, it is time to get into it. It's a cool 101. Yeah, that's 18 degrees cooler than it is here. Man, it's insane. I can't even, but whatever. It's Phoenix. That's how it goes. Okay, so live sex talk. Today's topic, pornography. I want to know what your thoughts are on pornography. Anything you think you don't like it, why you do like it, and why. I have different points of view on it for myself, so I'd really like to know yours and your questions. To start straight up, child pornography is not on the table. That is no. That is a no. That is something that I don't want to discuss. It's just a plain old no. Not happening. So you can just throw that one out because I'm not feeling that. So we're talking about the adult industry, what you think about it. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? So I'll start out. Okay. So is it a healthy thing? I believe everyone is definitely curious about porn, even if we don't admit it, or maybe we feel bad when we think about checking it out. But we've definitely been exposed at some point to it, and it made us feel a certain way. And I think people enjoy watching other people ignite that energy because it ignites something in us. And honestly, I believe through experience that some people are a lot more twisted than they think they are. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. So let's dive into this world of pornography. Is it a healthy thing? I know one major aspect that I hear a lot is it's degrading. It's a degrading thing to women especially. I don't know why the men aren't degraded, but it's a degrading thing. And I think that's all perspective as far as why they're in the industry. I'm going to start with women. Why they are in the industry. I know there's millions of reasons. You've got your young girl who needs to make money to survive because she ran away from home, whatever her story is, she doesn't want to do it, but she does it anyway. So you have that story. And you have the women that enjoy doing it. That's what they do. That's what they enjoy. And hey, Tiana, badass woman. Congratulations on everything. You're amazing. And so the women that enjoy doing that. There are people that enjoy, with the right person, with the right group, with the right energy, enjoy the feeling of being degraded in that sexual capacity. It could be considered a sexual play, or something they just desire in that setting. So porn gives women that enjoy being degraded and get off on it a safe place to do that. That's healthy for them. And they make a shit ton of money. You know, there's so many sexual preferences and differences and wants and needs that go so deep that, you know, what's normal to one person is completely off the freaking wall to someone else. So in that aspect, I think, and with men too, with men, you know, with a person, whatever, a person getting involved in porn, for a feeling of whatever play they want to do, whatever sex play they want to do. And I think it's also might be a healthy solution, possibly. Now, let me just preface this with, I am not a doctor. I am not a sex doctor. This is all my opinion, my experience, what I think. So you can take it for whatever you want. As far as addiction, I mean, anything's addictive. I mean, sugar is addicting. So it's like, okay, so can porn be addicting? I think it can be just as addicting as anything else. Excuse me, I'm going to read this question. Do I think it could be empowering for a person as well to be degraded? Yeah. If that's what gets them going and gets them off, that is where they are in their power. Being degraded is where they feel like they're at home, you know, and they draw from that energy and they get that energy and they soak it up, and the person that's degrading them probably likes doing that too. That's why the porn is hot, because the people that are performing it are completely, I mean, if it's, you know, not all of them, but I don't know, shit, the ones I've seen, are enjoying the roles that they're playing. They're enjoying it. So you're enjoying it. That they want to be there most of the time. I would say 90% of the time, if I was guessing. So that's why you enjoy it. So here, let me see what's. It provokes the mind to expand itself beyond its limitations. Absolutely. I definitely think it provokes the mind to expand, for sure. I mean, people will think, oh, you know, maybe they're thinking about same-sex porn. Maybe they're not gay or whatever, but that turns them on. And that's okay, because you're expanding, you're exploring, and porn gives you that outlet to explore that. So, health-wise, or addictions, I'm sorry, it's not addictions. So with it being addictive, and I don't really think there is any sort of pill that they've created to make you not addicted to porn. I don't know. But So my definition of addicted. I'm going to get to your question in just a second. Hold on, guys. I just want to read my Tiana's question. I feel like if a young girl gets into it when she's 18 to pay for college or something, they have a hard time getting out of it, or they feel stuck. Do you feel that? Yes, I do. It can be, because the money's addicting. You kind of, it's your story. It's what happens. It's your choice. And however they get into it, they have, if they want to find their way out, that's their story, what they're going to have to go through. But on one hand, it's like it got them through college. It's a blessing. On the other hand, they're addicted. So you got your fucking pro and con right there that they've got to battle out themselves. But it did help them to survive and get through college and graduate, and they got to have a lot of sex, hopefully very safe sex, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Let's see. Hashana says it allows people to be a voyeur to experience they might not ever have in real life. Absolutely. You can go into your fantasy, you can go deep as you want, and that's maybe all you need. Maybe you don't need the full experience. You just need that to release that fantasy, release that feeling, release that emotion, that energy. So yes. So I was saying about sex addiction. I'm sorry, porn addiction. My feelings on that. If you are so addicted that's affecting your quality of life that you can't get up and go to work and all you're doing is jacking off all day or rubbing it out all day, then yes, you have a serious addiction that needs to be handled. There needs to be some kind of counseling going on. I don't know what kind of counseling you can get, but I'm sure there's something that can help you through it. Like if it is affecting your quality of life and you can do nothing else, you have a problem. If you can watch porn 25 times a day and get you some 25 times a day and still get your shit done, you're not addicted. According to my opinion. If you can get 100 of them in there and still get your shit done, you're not addicted. I think that porn is a good place for those that have an addiction that it's kind of affecting things, their quality of life, and they can't do anything else. Porn is a great job for them. They can go get a job, make some money, and satisfy their addiction, which is not a bad thing. So what? They want to screw like 50,000 times a week. Go do some porn. I think that it helps so people don't snap. People that are addicted to sex don't snap and start raping because they have it, they need it. Like a freaking alcoholic or whatever, drug addict, they're going to go do what they need to do, steal whatever to get what they want. And so, if you're addicted, I say get into some porn. Make money and, have all the sex you want. I think that would be a good therapy for a person that is addicted to sex or addicted to porn and can't do anything else. So that's my take on that. Let me see a couple of these here. Thanks, Michael. Okay, what else do I have here? Okay. So I would really like to know, I know that there's a lot of people that come on and they just look or listen, but I would really like to know your true thoughts on porn. Do you feel like it does degrade women? I mean, what do you think about it? Do you watch it? Do you encourage your spouse to watch it. I want to know. I don't really watch it a lot. I don't. I mean, sometimes you can get a little bit, it's just like, all right, after I'm done doing my thing, then, I can't watch like 6 hours of porn. It's just like, ah. So, yeah, I don't watch it too often, but I definitely support it. I definitely support the people that do it, the people that create it, the art of it. It's got that cheesy kind of a feel, but then there's, the ones that they really put a lot of attention into the storyline, and then so there, I feel like there's a definite art form to it, and I think it should be appreciated rather than thought of as something disgusting. If you're not into it, whatever, you don't have to, but I think it should definitely be appreciated as an art form and as an outlet for people that like to have a lot of sex. What do you think? While you're thinking, I wanted to show you, of course, I have to show you my Pure Romance product because it's so amazing. Okay, people, this is called Whipped. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a lubricant, and let me tell you, it tastes so good. This one is vanilla cupcake, and you only need like that much, maybe a little bit more if you want, depends on what is going on. And the more friction, the more movement, slippery it gets, and it's really nice, and it tastes, oh my god, it tastes so good. It tastes really, really good. So yeah, if you guys want some of that whipped, let me know. Okay, I have a question here. I personally don't care for it. I won't judge others, but I feel people should have respect for themselves. I say this because honestly, men that watch porn have no respect for women. And look at them. And look at them like they are just sexual objects and nothing more than that. They treat those girls like they don't have feelings as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've never seen it. So that's why I say these things that are just meant to keep behind closed doors. Like I said, no judgment here. But honestly, how would you feel if I was your daughter that is doing this and being treated like she should be treated? I'd kill my daughter if she got into the porn industry. I feel like they can do better than that to have sex for money. Okay, that's a great point, April. Thank you so much. So, I think one thing that you have to understand, yes, definitely I agree that there is a certain underlying conditioning in the porn. I don't necessarily believe that it is intentional. Maybe it is, but I don't necessarily believe it is, to make men look at women as sexual objects. And the reason I say that I don't believe that it's absolutely intentional is because it's a storyline. It's a story. So it's a movie. It's made up. Like, that's the storyline. There's porn out there that, all they're doing is, she's whatever. They're in an office or whatever, and they're just having sex, and it's just normal sex. So, whatever. But if I had a daughter, or or my son, whatever, that wanted to go into the porn industry, I would want it to be because that's what they want to do. That's the interest of theirs, not because they're struggling for money. I can't really control that. If it happens, it happens. If my son or my daughter came to me and say, "Hey, Mom, I am wanting to get into the porn industry. I like to have a lot of sex, and that's something I want to do." Okay, have fun. Great. If it makes them happy, I don't see anything wrong with it. If they're going into it with a negative energy and they're scared and they don't know what to do and they don't have any money and they got to find out these people and it's freaky and it's just not healthy, then absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I don't want them going into an industry like that in fear of their life or in fear or, don't even know what they're getting into, and it's, some crappy studio down the street where they're going to, who knows? Definitely not that way. But if they're 18, they want to do it, they, find something that's legit, cool. For me, I'm extremely conservative when it comes to sharing my body, so for me, I would definitely feel like I am not respecting my morals and values. However, I do not judge girls who want to do it. Let's see. I say that because people have, like Farrah and the Teen Mom. For me, I would respect her more if she was doing what she needs to do. Okay. I see. Yeah, I see definitely where you're coming from, and my own, all I can say with that is, does she hate it? Does she come home every night and cry her eyes out because of what she had to go through? And she's sitting on her ass, she keeps going to the damn job that she totally hates, then yes, then you need to go do better. Then I don't feel sorry for you if you are doing something that you hate when you have opportunity to do other things to make money. But if she is happy, if she is taking care of the bills, if she's not being reckless, and there's a certain maturity that comes along with it, if she's just like, they definitely have to have some maturity in that industry because it's a lot of money, it's a lot of health things. So for her, I don't really watch that show, but if the person is mature, if the person is happy, if the person is coming home healthy and happy and okay with what they're doing, fine. If you're not okay with what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it. But if you are and you're taking care of yourself and, who am I to be like, oh my gosh, you should do so much better. Well, she's probably making $300,000 and having a good old time. So I don't think she'd be doing much better. You have to look at the person. Look at the person. Is the person mature enough? Is the person happy? Is the person fulfilling the needs that they need to? Oh, I'm sorry. I see a lot of... Tiana. She probably wasn't the best example. She's an awful person from what she shows on TV. Oh, no, yeah, no problem. I've never seen that one, but I kind of know a little bit about the story. So, yeah, she doesn't seem mature enough. I can see that definitely going downhill for her. it's kind of just like, oh my gosh, I can spread my legs and make tons of money and go buy, tons of Chanel bags and, bullshit. That's never going to last. But there are women that freaking are attorneys and doctors and astronauts and, big time women with smart minds, health conscious, beautiful, intelligent, that get their brains screwed out for money. And they're good at it. They're good at everything they do. And men, not just the women, men too. So, hey, if they are doing their thing, let them do their thing. I agree with you. Porn is an industry that produces a service in entertainment. Another example is the movie Suicide Squid, very violent. How does this type of movie mold the minds of our children? It starts with the parents to actually do some parenting. They don't rely on media for parenting. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your kids are going to see it. I'm telling you. Like my son, he came to me one day. He's like, Mom, I was watching a YouTube video. You can't get around it, people. You cannot get around it. You can think that you can protect your children. Nope. He tells me, I saw this explicit sex act on the TV or on YouTube. It was like a commercial or something that popped up. So we need to talk about that. We need to talk about what happened. We need to talk about what you saw. We need to talk about what's going on, and make your children feel comfortable talking about it. Because if they know, it's not such a big deal. It's not such a, I gotta check out, what's going on, because they're curious. So, and they're gonna see it sooner than you think, people. Sooner than you think. They're gonna be exposed to it, and just, you gotta be straight up, because kids are smart. So, my 10-year-old, he knows what's up. He knows what will happen to his penis if he puts it in the wrong vagina. He knows what's up. So I encourage him to be, whatever he sees or whatever questions he has, we talk about sex. So there was a couple other ones I wanted to see. What are your thoughts on violence in porn? Tying up, some bondage cuffs. This is from Hashana. Sure, but hitting, violent smacking, and extremely degrading language and forceful looking acts taps into something beyond sexual, I think. That's a great question. Or statement. What do I think about that? Well, being a sex coach, educator, and being experienced, the violence for some people, now this is where you have to understand that when you think that there's a level, there's like 5,000 more levels beyond that one, and then there's it doesn't stop the levels of sexual needs and satisfaction. So sometimes the violence and the beating and the talk is what that person wants. I can't guarantee, but I would say I'm 95% sure that the person in that video that is having this done to them was not coerced into doing it. Maybe in some trashy thing where maybe they're drugged up or something. It's just some, I'm sure that happens. But I can guarantee you, in real life, that happens. And the people that are doing this act the person getting the act done to them, the person doing the act. They both want to be there. They both want to be there. The person saying that, calling the names, the degrading names, wants to do that. The person that is receiving the degrading names wants to hear that. It is something that they get off on. That's just what it is. People get off on some crazy ass shit, like they just do, and that you just don't watch it. Like if it's something that that makes you feel a certain way, or it's just like, oh my god, that's just disgusting, I just can't watch that. Then don't watch it. Don't watch it. Get some nice little soft porn. A little touchy, feely. But everybody's got to get their fill. You got your soft porn all the way to your extreme rape porn, to put it bluntly, and everything in between. And there's something for everybody. Even if you don't get it, if you don't understand it, it's not for you to understand. Or maybe it is, and you'll, down the road want to explore something a little outside of your comfort zone. Let's see. Okay, so April, I kill my daughter's son if they did it. I respect how you feel, but this is how I feel. It's people's children that are doing this. And this is how I look at it. But they are happy and making tons of money, then cool. But I feel making tons of money, I feel some type of way for saying, oh no, this will be my kids that will have interest in this industry. I know, it gets scary. Then no judgment, as long as it's not them. Well, that's, you never know, man. You have to just educate your children on sex. Just educate them. Talk about sex, educate them on health, sex health, and let them know the real deal. And if they do decide to get into the industry, you just have to support your child. If you can't, if they're happy with doing it, you have to figure out a way to support them. And the best way to do that is to educate them. And I wouldn't worry about it, but it's a sexual world out there, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Yes, definitely educate them. That's the whole key. The whole key is just educating them and letting them know what the real deal is, and don't give them any, fluff or sugar-coated crap. Tell them straight up. And that I think if you do that, you don't have to worry about it. You can send them off, send them out of the nest, and they'll be just fine. It will be absolutely fine. But you have to hold space that you might have given birth to a freak. And they like to get their hair pulled, and they like to be called names. That's what they like. You may think it's freaking nuts, but people like different things. And some people like things that are just way beyond your imagination. So it's all about being open-minded, and then open your mind more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and expand more, and try to see the positives and weigh things out. And porn has a positive side to it. Porn is a healthy thing. It can also be unhealthy, just like many other things in the world. Many things. It's just like anything else, pretty much. So I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm sorry if I didn't get to everyone's questions. They were kind of scrolling up there, but I will go back and look at them and see if I can message you later and answer any questions you might have had. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I love all of you very much, and I hope that you a wonderful rest of your week. Stay cool. Oh my God, it's hot. Oh, I forgot to tell you. If you want to be a part of my Pure Romance Uncensored group, actually, just type the number 6 down there, because on this page I will be showing product that I can't show on this page. All the really, really good stuff. So if you want to be a part of that group, just put the number 6 down and I will make you a part of the Pure Romance Uncensored group. Okay? Love you guys. 93s.